uh, student friends. Today I am going to, in this video I want to cover Introduction to Embedded System, Shibu KV's first chapter, which one we are referring for module 3. I would like to thank first the original author of this slide, Elijah. So, embedded system is a hidden system. So, embedded, dictionary meaning of embedded is hidden. So, what is hidden in this? So, the hidden is the microcontroller, microprocessor and peripherals are hidden in this. So, the major outline of this video, what we are covering here in this is what is an embedded system. Second, a difference between general purpose computing system and embedded system. What are the major applications, areas, and what is the purpose of embedded systems? Right. Before we understand the deep about the embedded system, we first should know what is embedded system. An embedded system is an electromechanical system designed to perform a specific function and is a combination of both hardware and software. It is an electronic and electromechanical system made up of microcontroller, memory, interfaced IOs, sensors, actuators. It is designed to perform a specific function, and this as compared to the general computing system, embedded system is designed and tailored to meet the specific need. For example, PC is a general computing system, where on PC we can do run a variety of applications. We can play the music, we can make the files, we can do some design work, we can open the integrated development environment like EDA tools, and in mouse, and we and at a time or we can run all the applications or one at a time in general computing system. But in an embedded system, for example mouse, we can use this mouse to do only one work, that is movement of the cursor on the screen, but we cannot use the mouse to do any such different application, video recording and all such stuffs are not carried by the mouse. So, that is the difference between general computing system and embedded system. So, embedded system is once again I repeat, best example for embedded system is a mouse, MP3 player, DVD player. These are all n number of devices which are designed to do some specific work, not general like laptop or a PC. What it will do, it will run n number of different applications. The mouse cannot be used as a remote, mouse cannot be used as for a video recording, mouse cannot be used as a music player. Mouse only one specific work use. But if you look at the laptop, what kind of work it carries, you can use it as a music player, you can play videos, you can make files, you can do computing operations, you can use that PC to develop. Okay. That is the difference between that embedded system and a general computing system. So, embedded system, once again I repeat the definition, an embedded system is an electronic electromechanical system designed to perform a specific function and is a combination of both hardware and firmware. Okay. So, next we are going to discuss next topic, that is what is the difference between general computing system versus embedded system. So, first a general computing system has a generic hardware and a generic purpose operating system. The generic hardware like keyboard, mouse, cabinet, monitor, speaker system, etc. And a generic operating system, example Windows operating system what we are using, that is called the generic operating, can handle a variety of tasks. A specific purpose embedded system as a special purpose hardware and embedded operating system. They consider, for example, mouse, just I explained. One more is a DVD player. DVD player has a limited buttons, mouse also has a limited number of buttons, unlike that laptop has a keyboard, they doesn't have, and it can do a specific operation, which one DVD player, some formats of the videos we can play it. And mouse, we can use that mouse to move the cursor on the screen. Okay. General computing system applications are alterable, based on the need and performance. For example, software you can use can play music, the general computing system, for example laptop use game, videos, can listen to music, use engineering calculations. But your embedded system on the other hand pre-programmed and non-alterable by end user. In DVD player, software cannot be used for engineering calculations. It is used only to read or to write the data on that. Performance, in case the general computing system, performance is the key factor. Faster is better, which translates too fast is better over the year of for the period of time. So, as you know, the CPU what is used in the computers is faster, becoming faster and faster. For example, in old days that when initially PCs were introduced, the speed of the CPU was only megahertz. Now we are getting gigahertz, more faster than that. Applications on the other hand, the embedded system performance, application specific requirements, power and memory. So, unlike a general computing system, there the performance is maybe power, maybe a memory. In some of the applications, the power, as they are run by on the batteries, the power we have to manage. For example, mouse, where we use the cell to give the energy, so we have to manage a power there. In some of the MP3 player, we have to manage the memory. So, application specific. So, depend on different embedded system, their requirement is different, unlike a general computing system. Next, in general computing system, response time are not time critical. A system work very well with the delays. For example, if we are executing executing 2-3 applications, if I execute only one application on the PC, it will run faster. So, if you open a 2-3 applications, the response time is right diminishes. But in case of embedded system, many of them work in the deterministic time frame. So, deterministic time frame, the applications are time critical, and response time is highly time critical for certain applications. So, for example, the mouse, if I am moving the mouse, the cursor has to move without much delay. So, fraction of second delay is acceptable, but if the delay is more, for example, for 2 to 3 seconds, then such systems, such embedded systems are discarded. So, not accepted right by the customers. So, such embedded system are very time frame time bound applications we have to do. So, classification of embedded system based on generations or based on generation, the first classification what we can do, based on the complexity and performance, we can do another way we can classify the embedded system. Based on deterministic behavior of the embedded system, we can classify them as an and based on the triggering, also we can classify the embedded systems. So, we will see one by one that the 4 ways what the mainly the embedded system classified, right, based on generation, based on complexity and performance, on deterministic behavior, based on a triggering event. So, we will see one by one. First, embedded system have seen a lot of general trends on the time they enter to the market. Can divide the trend in 4 generations based on generations what they are introduced in the market. There are 4 again this based on the generation, they are classified into first generation, second generation and third generation and fourth generation embedded systems. So, first generation embedded system 4-bit and 8-bit microcontroller were used, simple hardware and firmware, software, and all the softwares are written in assembly language, and sample example for this product are the digital keypad, stepper motor control unit, etc. The second generation embedded systems are all 4-bit microcontroller become absolute, 8-bit and 16 microcontrollers are used. Another major change in instruction set was more complex and powerful compared to the previous one, and example for this are data acquisition systems and SCADA. Third generation, in third generation we use 16-bit and 32-bit microcontrollers was used in trend. Even DSP and ASIC are tailored for specific needs. Instruction set further made complex compared to second generation. Here the instruction is made complex and more powerful than that. Instruction pipelining was done to read a memory faster. Another trend in RTOS and GP, general purpose operating systems, were used in the product. Example that is robotics. And last one is the fourth generation of embedded system. Now, SoC, reconfigurable processors and multi-core processor are commonly used in fourth generation. SoC means system on chip, and the embedded systems have high performance and tight integration of peripherals on the same chip. At the same time, the size becomes smaller and smaller. Miniature PCB are designed for fourth generation. Need of a modern application cannot be met without RTOS. The smartphone devices, mobile internet devices, all are fourth generation. Embedded system now overlapping general computing systems and in complex performance. Based on complexity and performance, embedded systems are further classified into three categories: small scale, medium scale and large scale embedded systems. Based on complexity, I repeat, based on complexity, the embedded systems are classified into small scale, medium scale embedded systems and large scale embedded systems. Small scale embedded systems. Small scale embedded systems are simple in type of applications they have. System is not time critical. No operating system is used in small scale. Low cost and 4-bit microcontroller are used. Example, electronic toys. Next, medium scale. In medium scale embedded systems, the complexity increases in both hardware and software. As a result, operating systems are required. When the complexity increases, we have to use the operating system to synchronize the hardware and software. Either general purpose operating system or a real time operating system is preferred. Microcontroller used would be of 16-bit and a 32-bit. A large scale integration. In large scale embedded system. In large scale embedded system, both the hardware and software are highly complex. These are mission critical, thereby demand high performance. 32-bit and 16-bit RISC processors are used here. They are very advanced feature. High performance RTOS is used to meet demand of applications. Decode examples for this are decoding, encoding of media, cryptography, etc. Third classification based on deterministic behavior. Deterministic behavior embedded system is a system performance in given time frame or response. That is, the embedded system do the performance in fixed time frame. We all call them in a real time systems, and if the fixed time bound operation it will do, then it is called as a hard real time systems. If unbounded, then it is called as a soft real time system. Based on triggering, we classify the embedded system further as a time triggered and event triggered. The time triggered are every fixed interval of time the embedded system reacts. For example, nuclear reactor, temperature monitoring system of the nuclear reactor. Every fixed interval of time the samples are taken, compared with the standard, and the health of the internal temperature of a nuclear reactor is displayed on screen. And the event triggered based on the activity the goods react on the operation. For example, vehicle count system fixed on the road. Every time when the vehicle passes, the count is updated. If the vehicle does not pass, the count remains as it is. That is why based on that vehicle passing through the lane, that is called as an event, and based on that event the system update the counts. Now, more to see the major application areas of embedded system. Just now we have gone through the differences, classification of embedded systems. Mainly the embedded system, I repeat, mainly the embedded systems are classified based on generation, based on complexity and performance, and on deterministic behavior based on triggering events. Now, we just go through the major application areas of embedded systems. We come across many consumer electronic products, right? For example, Bluetooth speaker, iPod, camcorder. Right? In home, household appliances, for example, washing machine, TV, and camcorder, etc. Safety devices, embedded systems, CCTV camera, fire alarm, sprinkler systems. Vehicles too use many embedded systems. Example, GPS navigation system used on the cruise, engine ignition system, anti-brake, anti-lock braking system. Embedded system used even in telecom applications, telecom switches, smartphones, etc. Computers to use the extended applications, for example, printer, scanner, several smaller function pans. Embedded system used for networking also, router, network switches and firewalls. Many healthcare needs embedded system are used. Heartbeat monitoring system, for example, ECG and EEG. Embedded systems are used for measuring instruments. For example, voltage for current measuring multimeter, logic analyzer and digital oscilloscope. For banking applications, embedded systems are used in ATM machines, currency counter and point of system equipments that are called as a POS. In modern world, in small card reader is used, barcode reader and smart card readers. Another area where embedded systems are used is majorly in inverters, switch mode power supplies and motor controllers. There are very few areas the embedded systems are used. Billions of microcontrollers are used. It does not come as a surprise. There is a silent friend everywhere surrounded by you. Based on the purpose of embedded systems are designed, there are fixed 6 main purposes to note. They are digital collection, storage, representation, data communication, data processing, monitoring, control, application specific user interface. I repeat, based on the purpose, the embedded systems are designed based on the purpose for what you want the embedded system. Embedded systems are designed. There are fixed main purposes that we have to note. I repeat, they are data collection, storage and representation. Second, data communication. Third one is data processing. Fourth, monitoring, fifth control, sixth application specific user interface. First one is data collection, storage, representation. Data may be either analog, continuous, or maybe a digital. A range of applications would work for data collection, storage, and different forms of representation. For example, consider a digital oscilloscope. It is used to store the data in USB drive. It can transmit the data to PC directly using the serial communication processes. It can process data like RMS values, mean values, and average, and at the same time it will display the same on the screen also, LCD screen. For the purpose of communication of a data, several ways exist in embedded system. There were wired protocols and wireless protocols. Wired protocols like RS-232, USB, TCP/IP, etc. are used, and wireless communication protocols, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and Zigbee, etc. exists. Monitoring is based on sensors. Several sensors can be deployed and data they gather can be monitored. Example would be in medical application, heartbeat of a person can be monitored or altered by the doctors. A control room. Similarly, even in industries, a data can be accumulated by several sensors and deployed in control room for further action. Next, processing of signal is a major purpose in embedded systems. They can be used in speech coding, image processing, audio and video codec, etc. There are many advantages of digital control systems which works on sensors and actuators. Sensors data acts as a feedback to the system, and based on a reference errors in the minimized by corrective actions. Example for this are the air conditioner systems. Many consumer and industrial applications now demand customized UIs, user interface. UI means user interface for users, where buttons, switches, keypad, a graphical LCD speaker, and vibrant filters are used. Okay. Thank you for watching the video. This finishes chapter number 1, and it is followed by assignment. So, selected questions are given in assignment. Please write the assignment in time. Thank you.